In this video, I'm going to be telling you the best and worst cleansers for very dry skin. I've investigated every cleanser on the market, from budget to viral to K-beauty to pharmacy, all the way up to ultra luxury. And what I found is honestly shocking. Most dry skin cleansers actually damage your barrier, and some pull water out of your skin within minutes. If your face feels tight after washing, you're not dry, you're being stripped. This video will save you thousands of pounds and years of irritated, inflamed skin. If you're new here, this channel is non-sponsored. I don't take payment from any brands. I don't take any freebies. This is pure evidence-based information. So if you want to save yourself some money and also save your skin, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Moving on to the cleansing gel, the Black Rice Moisture 5.5 cleansing gel. Beautiful packaging. So it comes out like a gel. Creates a little foam as well. Okay, so let me tell you what's in this and tell you whether it's worth your money or not. So actually this cleanser only has one surfactant in it, and it's a secondary surfactant. They've gone in with cocoa betaine. Cocoa betaine usually we use to boost the primary surfactant. So again, you're not going to get much cleaning with this, and you definitely have to use it in conjunction with another cleanser. This on its own is not really going to be enough for you. The second ingredient in here is glycerin, which I love. So it's a humectant, holds water in the top layer of skin. And then they've gone in with propanediol, another humectant. Don't forget, for skin of color, we have less ceramides in our skin than Caucasian skin. This means that our skin becomes drier quicker, and that's why humectants are essential in every single step of our routine, from the double cleanse to the hydrating toner to our exfoliators if you use one, to your moisturizer, and of course your sunscreen. So humectants throughout, and you definitely need ceramides at some point in the routine if you really want the most amount of glow that your skin can give. Having said this is NAVE safe, no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, no essential oils. That's the bare minimum for skin of color, and it's hydrating. So I really like this product and I would recommend it. It's even good for your teenage kids who are trying to get into skincare. They want to use the latest viral product and they're not sure. It's a really cute product, and it's one that I would be okay with my daughter using, and she's 11 years old. Testing the Hydrating Foaming Oil Cleanser. So the ingredients here are water, glycerin, which is a hydrating ingredient, plus surfactants. Interestingly enough, the 9th ingredient on here actually is the first oil in this entire formula, i.e. it's at about 1 to 2% of this oil cleanser. This is a reason they're able to turn an oil into foam. So you're not going to find much hydration with this. And actually, I would even say that the foaming is drying the skin out a little bit. Why would I do this? Nope. Still not working. Nope. No. Okay. Right, my experience. Oddly enough, considering that the Hydrating Foaming Cleanser literally says for normal to very dry skin, I would actually recommend the Hydrating Cleanser for dry, eczema-prone skin. So moving on to the next product, which is the Hydrating Cleanser. Now, this is actually a very interesting product. I've never seen such a simple ingredients list. So I would recommend this, first of all, for normal to dry skin. And all it has, the top 3 ingredients: water, glycerin, which is the humectant, which holds water in that top layer of skin, and cetyl alcohol, which does a similar thing. The 4th ingredient is your phenoxyethanol. So do you remember, once you see that word phenoxyethanol, everything under it is less than 1%. I mean, just like 99% of this, 95% of this product is just water, glycerin, and cetyl alcohol. I mean, it's very simple, very gentle. It's not going to irritate your skin. Very hydrating, no alcohol, no fragrance. Again, if you have normal to dry skin, I would definitely purchase this product. Cerave SA Smoothing Cleanser. Okay, so the second ingredient here is a very mild surfactant. It's sodium lauryl sarcosinate, which is fine when you're working at about 15% as a wash-off product, or at about 5% if it's a leave-on product. As this is a wash-off product, it's fine that it's a second ingredient. The third ingredient here is cocamidopropyl, and it's a mild surfactant as well. So I like the fact that both are quite gentle for the skin. There's also So lots of moisturizers and emollients in this product. So here we've got glycerin, ceramides, we've got hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid. So I love this product. There's nothing in it that's going to irritate your skin. It's great for acne skin. It's got no fragrance, no essential oils, no alcohol. It's got no irritants, nothing that's going to sensitize your skin. It's a fantastic product for acne prone skin. And it actually is very good for teen acne. So when you're at about 13, 14, 15 years old and you're still quite young and you don't want to be applying some of the harsher products, this would be a very good cleanser for that age group as well. Okay, so moving on to their gentle hydrating cleanser. Okay, so positives are the surfactants. I love the surfactants. So here they've got sodium cocoa glycinate, which is basically created from coconut fatty acids plus glycerin. So it's very mild, it's non-irritating, it's quite hydrating. It's also got cocamidopropyl betaine, as you all know by now. That's a secondary surfactant. It never works on its own. It gives you that lathering boost, so it gives you a luxury experience, but it's obviously quite mild and won't do the job on its own. That's why you always use it in combination with another surfactant. Again, they're very good at moisturizing in this brand. So they've got glycerin, butylene glycol, which I love. I love that they have no fragrance in this product, no essential oils. Well done. They're doing really well. It does actually have glycryl stearate SE and lauric acid, which can both be quite comedogenic. So maybe avoid this if you've got oily acne prone skin. But for everybody else, I would say go and buy this cleanser. It's an excellent cleanser at a very good price. So for me, this is 100% go and buy it. So the next product we have is the Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Moisture Barrier. Again, I've seen this all over the internet. Can't smell too much, which is good. Okay, so we have some foaming action, which I like. Oh, again with the smell. What is it with these guys? Do you like how refreshing it feels, actually? It is refreshing, I can't lie. But you are going to smell like a vegetable market at the end of this. And that is something that you should be aware of. And who wants to kiss a vegetable market? Let's see how well it cleanses off. Give me 1 minute. I've just washed it off and my skin feels really tight. And that's not how your skin should ever feel after you've washed it. You need far more glycerin. You want to go for a high percentage glycerin. It's at the back of the ingredients list. Make sure your humectors, the water magnets, are right at the top of that list because it's in descending order. So let's go through the ingredients list of this product. The positives are it has got glycerin in it. It's just not as much as I'd like. Emollient, which means that this will help with the good bacteria on the skin, which is good. It's got ceramides in it, but I would say not enough. My skin is not enjoying it. And then it's got oats in it, which is anti-inflammatory, which, okay, fair enough. I can actually feel the cooling effect on the skin. The negatives of this are the fragrance. Fragrance, plus it costs £26 for 150 mils. I'm going to tell you the dupe now. The dupe here is actually better than the original. This one is Face Facts. It's got ceramides. It's gentle cleanser. It's got glycerin in it. It's got oats in it, plus no fragrance. And it's only £6 for 400 mils, i.e. this is 11 times more expensive than this. And you're not going to smell like a farmer's market after you've worn this product. So if I had to pick out either of them, this is the one I'm going to go for. The next one is XeraCalm. I love this for normal to dry skin. It has no fragrance in it. However, it does have cetyl alcohol and Onethera Venice oil, which is 2 out of 5 on the comedogenic scale. So it's fine if you've got normal to dry skin. It's just if you've got oily, acne-prone skin, you might want to sidestep that product. So the next product is Tolerance Extreme Lotion. It's very hydrating. It has no fragrance in it, but it doesn't have any surfactants in it either, or very gentle surfactants. So it's going to be hard to remove your sunscreen and makeup. I'm not a huge fan of this particular product for that reason. I'm the type of person who tends to layer on the sunscreen all day long, and you really do want a surfactant that's going to remove all that oil-based dirt and also the water-based dirt. So although I like the product itself and I like the ingredients, I just don't know if it's going to be enough for people who are layering sunscreen on all day long. Let's start with the first product, which is their Gentle Skin Cleanser. Okay, so I was actually quite surprised. It's quite a short ingredients list. So here they've got water, which is a solvent. They've got cetyl alcohol emollient, which softens the cells. This is a good alcohol, a fatty alcohol, not denatured alcohol. It's got propylene glycol, which is moisturizing to the skin. It's very good. It's also got parabens in it. Now, I know you're thinking, Dr. V, you're going to calm it down hard on parabens. No, parabens are so good for us. They're the best preservative that we have. And what's happened is this rumor or this myth took place that said parabens were bad for us based on studies which you can't compare with the percentages that we use. We use about 1% for cosmetics. So what ended up happening is we started using, or other people started using alternatives to parabens. And actually the incidence of contact dermatitis went up because of this switch. So it's much better to use products that have parabens in them than an alternative. So a fun fact, the big brands will then look at these myths and incorporate them into their culture in order to boost sales. So for example, Kiehl's actually removed parabens from their ultra facial cream and experienced extra sales of $5 million. That just goes to show you the power of myths. So the seventh ingredient here is sodium lauryl sulfate, which is really not ideal for acne as it can be quite comedogenic. It does strip the skin of oil, and usually really we require this at about 4 to 5%, but here it's actually less than this after preservatives, which means that it's at less than 1%. So it's not even that effective. Plus it's not very good for sensitive skin, which is odd because this is a gentle skin cleanser. It's designed to be gentle and for inflamed skin. I would have preferred sodium lauryl sulfate rather than sodium lauryl sulfate. So it's just odd. I don't know why they chose to do that. So I think it's a fine cleanser, but I think if you've got acne, oily prone skin, it might not suit you. Baby Dove head to toe wash. So I love the second ingredient. It's glycerin. It's very hydrating. It's a humectant. It's a water magnet, which is very important. It's the second ingredient, which means it's very high up on the ingredients list. It's got very gentle surfactants, which I love as well because this is for babies. It's got cocamidol propyl betaine, and it's got sodium cocoyl glycinate too. So those I'm very happy with for babies. It has no fragrance in it. Woo! So fragrance is the number one cause of contact dermatitis. Why would you want fragrance in your skincare? It makes no sense. I love this particular product and I would buy it. Okay, so the next product is the Derma series Dry Skin Relief Milky Face Wash. So first of all, I love that it's fragrance free. The second ingredient is petrolatum, then it's got glycol stearate, then it's got glycerol stearate, these are all emollients. Emollients just soften down the edges of your skin cells so that instead of them curling up, they tend to curl downwards. And so it makes your skin smoother and light reflects off it more evenly. It does have stearic acid and cetyl alcohol in it, which are both 2 out of 5 on the comedogenic scale. However, these are washes, so it's not going to sit on the skin, and actually I'm happy for you to wear these particular products. So I would give thumbs up to this product. E45 wash. I love that it has no perfume in it. As you know, fragrance and perfume are not ideal. They're the number one cause of contact dermatitis. They're a co-sensitizer. So say you become irritated to one fragrance in one product, you also become irritated and allergic to other ingredients in that product. And it tends to happen years later. So you get delayed reaction. And so it's very confusing. And you just think, no, it couldn't have been that product. But in my opinion, if an ingredient is not good for your skin, then don't put it on the skin. You know, I'm all about wearing my fragrances all over my, my hair, my body, everything else, but I just wouldn't put a fragrance on my skin. So I love that they don't do that either. The first ingredient here is paraffinium liquidum. So that is great for dry skin. It's an excellent ingredient. However, I would say avoid if you have oily skin, because here the ingredient they use is laureth 4, which is 5 out of 5 on the comedogenic scale. And so even though it's a wash with oily skin, I mean, when I go through my bouts of oily skin, you want to do nothing that is going to make your skin more oily or block your pores. It's just literally the worst thing you could do. So avoid if you have dry skin, but I love this for anyone with dry or normal skin. Did I say? Avoid this if you have oily skin and use it if you have dry or combination skin. The next product I reviewed for you was a Eucerin Gentle Hydrating Cleanser. So the surfactants used here are sodium laureth sulfate and cocamidopropyl betaine, which are both Don't forget, cocamidol propylbutane is a foaming booster. So it usually isn't on its own because it's not a very strong surfactant. And sodium lauryl sulfate, it's also a gentle surfactant. So I like that they've combined these two because I suppose it is for dry skin. It's actually really nice when I see the formula actually matches up with what it says in the title. So the title does say gentle hydrating cleanser. And often that isn't the case. Often what it says in the title is really not to what's going on with the ingredients. So I'm happy with this. And the only thing I'd say is, actually, having said that, it actually doesn't have any humectants in it. So it's probably not going to be that hydrating. It's just not going to be that harsh. So yeah, I like to retract that statement because they were a hydrating cleanser. I would say it's a gentle cleanser, not a gentle hydrating cleanser. It doesn't have fragrance in it though, and I would personally buy this product. There probably are better products out there that have got humectants in them, but it's okay. I'd probably say, to be honest, if you have dry skin, it's better to go with a micellar gel wash than this, but it's okay. So what is the micellar gel wash? It's an anti-aging, brightening, hydrating face wash. Why is this the best micellar gel wash for skin of color? First of all, it's got 2% niacinamide in it, which is important for brightening. It's got the water magnet glycerin in it, which is a powerful humectant holding water in the top layer of skin. It contains anti-inflammatory ingredients, Centella asiatica, panthenol, and allantoin. And of course, it's nave safe, meaning no denatured alcohol, no fragrance, and no essential oils. Use it first thing in the morning to remove dead skin and any actives from the night before. Immediately, your skin will look brighter. At night, this is the second step of your double cleanse after the oil melting cleanser. So why is this step important? It cleans the skin, which means you have better penetration of actives. In addition, your skin will feel hydrated, supple, and brighter. Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. So it's really got a very short ingredients list. It's literally got water. It's got hexylene glycol, which is a surfactant. It's got poloxamer 184, which is also a surfactant. And it's got glycerin in it, which is a humectant. So that just basically holds water in the top layer of skin. So it's a very basic ingredients list, which I love. There's no alcohol, no essential oils, and no fragrance. So this for me is a definite yes. Definitely worth buying. Nothing in this is going to irritate your skin. And actually how I like to use this is I love to wear a really dark eyeliner a lot. So it's a very gentle way for me to remove my makeup. So I definitely recommend the Micellar Cleansing Water. Now from the cleanser range, I like the Squalane cleanser, especially if you have dry skin because it doesn't have any sulfates in it. So sulfates can sometimes strip the skin of the oils. And so if you have dry skin, that can be a bit of a problem. So with the Squalane cleanser, it actually hydrates the skin. So you will enjoy that product. Vanita Gentle Facial Cleanser. So the second ingredient here is glycerin, a very good humectant. I love it. And then they've got cocoa glucoside and sodium cocoa glycinate, which are very gentle surfactants, which I love too. It's got no alcohol in it and it's got no fragrance in it. I love, love, love it. So definitely you want to purchase this one. If you have sensitive skin, any form of dermatitis, eczema, yeah, those sorts of different skin types are going to work well with this particular cleanser. Okay, so moving on to the next product is their hydrating cleanser. So they do use gentle surfactants, which I like. So they've got sodium cocoa isethionate, which is rare actually. We don't tend to work with that, but it's a very good gentle surfactant. And it's also got sodium methyl cocoa taurate as well. Both are derived from coconut and I'm happy with both. They've even got good humectants in it. So they've got glycerin, urea, they've got sodium hyaluronate, all excellent, great for skin of color. But they pack it with fragrance. They then put in limonene, linalool, and they've also put in irritating pigment, CI 15985. I'm sure you already know this by now, but fragrance is the number one cause of contact dermatitis. There's a delayed reaction. It happens years into the future. You could be wearing the same product for years and have no issue, and then suddenly you're irritated by that particular product. And then on top of that, it's a co-sensitizer to all the other ingredients in that product. So in my opinion, there is no place for fragrance in skincare. I do believe it's changing. I believe with education, it is changing. I mean, just right now, it's on us to make sure we just don't put it on our skin or on our children's skin. It's just, there's no point, you know, it's a bit of a marketing gimmick because the way our mind works is if something looks delicious, we think it's good for our skin, like food for your skin, but that's just not the case. You know, for example, whipped cream from Olay or all these Satsuma creams or like all these mint shower gels, you know, we smell it and we think it's good for us, but it isn't it's bad for us. And so that's only going to happen through education, because instinctively we think it's good, and marketing also plays on that too. And then on top of that, we tend to have influencers and things who don't really understand skincare saying that they love it and it's good for your skin. And so all this together, you know, a whole industry of skincare with a ton of fragrance in it. I give it 12 months. I believe 12 months from now, we are going to see a very different line of skincare out there. But we're just talking about right now in 2020.
Their hydrating cleanser. And I love it. I'm just going to tell you from the beginning. So let's do this. So the first ingredient here is green tea extract, which is an antioxidant, a very good antioxidant for skin of color. It's packed with moisturizers. So it's got glycerin, it's got dipropylene glycol, it's got prunus dulcis oil, it's got cannabis sativa seed oil, it's got caprylyl glycol, it's got plantain glycol. So I'm very happy with the state of the moisturizers in this cleanser. I love the surfactants are very gentle. So they've got cocoa betaine, they've got cocoa glucoside. So I would say purchase this if you've got sensitive skin, if you've got dry skin, if you've got normal skin. So it's actually a breath of fresh air, this particular cleanser. So this one definitely has Dr. V thumbs up. The moisturizing facial wash. So again, the positives, there's no fragrance, no essential oils, there's no drying alcohols, there's no irritants. And I love the ethos of Simple, the fact that the packaging is 100% recyclable. That's, you know, that's basically the best we're going to get right now until we get biodegradable packaging, which right now, you know, we're really far behind on the curve on. This is the next best thing. So I actually really like the brand ethos. Okay, so what is this 100% soap-free business? First of all, what is soap? How does it work? And how can you have a soap-free version? These are all very good questions. So basically, soap is a strong alkali, so such as sodium hydroxide plus fats. And the way it works is it just engulfs the oil dirt on your skin and makes it easy to wash away. So how does a soap-free version work? So it's basically a solution of emulsifiers, and that will again pick up the oil on the skin and wash it away. And it's great for sensitive skin, inflamed skin, any skin that's got dermatitis, etc. You would avoid soap. This is the best way to do it. And actually, when it comes to skin of color, generally, I would say you stick with things that are good for sensitive skin, because we can't afford to have our skin inflamed, because inflammation triggers your melanocytes, which leads to hyperpigmentation, which we definitely want to avoid. So just so that you know the pH of everything, the pH of a soap, for example, is about 8 to 10. So that is very alkali. Our skin is a pH of about 5.5. And really, we don't want to be wearing anything on our skin that has a pH of more than 7, because what happens is it damages your acid mantle, which is your protective barrier. That's what keeps water in. That's what ensures that your skin is in a healthy condition and constantly restoring itself. So you don't want to strip your skin down with something so harsh. So it's important to know the pHs of things that you're putting on your skin as well. Okay, so let's look at the ingredients. The second ingredient here is sodium lauryl sulfate, which is much more gentle than sodium lauryl sulfate, and people get a bit confused. So that's the good one. And it's also got decyl glucoside in it and cocamidopropyl betaine, which are surfactants, which are also gentle for our skin. So it's also got hydrating and anti-inflammatory ingredients in it. So it's got glycerin and bisabolol in it. So I really love this product. I've worn this product a lot. I've purchased this product and used this product for many years. So I would absolutely recommend this one. Buy it. Okay, so let's move on to the Micellar facial gel wash. So I've actually been using this a lot recently. Second ingredient here is cocamidopropyl betaine. It's a very gentle surfactant, actually. Usually we use this as a secondary surfactant. And so you might find that if you actually wear a lot of actives the night before, or use a lot of oil, facial oil, etc. the night before, you might find you actually need a second wash, because it is quite gentle. Cocamidopropyl betaine as ingredient is quite gentle. However, on the plus points, the hydrating ingredients, propylene glycol, it's got panthenol, which is very soothing. It's got glycerin in it. First of all, what exactly is micellar water? Is it some magic thing? what is the ingredient that makes micellar water? So actually, no, it's not a magic thing. Anything that has a surfactant in it can be called micellar water. It's anything that forms micelles, so round balls. So the way it works is the water-loving ends are on the outside where the water is, and on the inside is the oil-loving ends. And what it does, it basically just traps the dirt inside, easier to wash away. That's how a surfactant works. So with micellar water, we usually use non-ionic surfactants, and that means that it doesn't foam, so it feels more like water, and that's why we call it micellar water. So compared to a face wash, for example, which will use, for example, sodium lauryl sulfate, which does foam a lot, it feels different. However, they're both surfactants. Often I will follow up with CosRx face wash if I feel like I've worn a lot of actives the night before, because I don't want to go out in the day with more actives on. So just it's important to look at your own nighttime routine and see what you're doing. And if you need a second wash, I don't want you to do so much that you're stripping the skin. That's also the other thing that you need to be careful of, but you need to do enough that you're taking off the actives from the night before.
Now you've finished this, you're gonna love this video.